Author Terri Beavers asked the question, does God still speak to his children? In her new book, He Still Speaks in Parables and Revelation. I'm happy to be joined by Terri right now. Welcome to the show, Terri. Thank you for being here with me tonight.
Thank you.
Can you tell me what your book, He Still Speaks in Parables and Revelation, what it's all about?
Well, it's composed of short stories about different lessons that I received from God as I would take walks in the morning or even doing dishes through the day, at night, just whatever. I would open up my heart to hear what he had to say.
Over how long of a time period did you collect these?
Well, actually, I've actually done this from as far back as I can remember. I just write my thoughts on notebook pages, and I actually just took all these writings together and put them together in a book form.
What inspired you to put them in book form and then get them published?
Well, I've always been one to write my thoughts down, and my family was always telling me I should make a book, and then one day I just decided to put them all together and send my manuscript to see what happens.
And is this your first book then?
It is, yes.
Congratulations. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. How's it feel to have a book out there? You're officially an author now.
Yeah, it really feels good. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I feel accomplished.
Are you thinking of maybe writing more and getting another book published?
Well, I've got 3 more that's been approved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the second one's being worked on right now, and what I'm trying to make this first book a 5 series. I'm working on the 5th one right now in hopes that it will be accepted also.
So do you have any advice now for first-time authors? You know, you've just taken that journey for the first time. You've discovered the editing process and the publishing process, how that goes. Do you have any advice now for somebody who's going to take that same step?
Oh, I would just tell them to write, and I'd say send your manuscript in because you never know.
How difficult was it for you to take what you've written, all the notes, and get them ready to be published? Was there a lot of grammatical things, a lot of editing that needed to be done?
It wasn't really that hard, being that I've always done this most of my life. As for the editing, I would do the best I could, but knowing, having faith in the editors, the professionals, that they could take care of what I missed.
Did you have a target readership in mind when you wrote it?
Not really, just I wanted to share so that people would know that God can personally talk to them in his way and their way, that he is talking all the time, that we just got to take the time to settle down and to hear him.
Could you name a person in your life that's been most inspirational or most supportive of you during your writing journey?
It's kind of hard to name one person, but my husband and my daughter and my son, they always was encouraging me to write, to write a book, to send it in. They always felt that it would be accepted. And so one day I just decided to take their advice. I put those writings together and I sent my manuscript. So it would be my family.
Have you ever sat down and then had trouble coming up with something to write? And then how did you maybe get ideas or get inspired to get those words going?
It seems to come natural to me. I'll read God's word and I'll pray, and then I'm quiet and I let the words come to me. So it's not difficult. Now, if I was to sit and try to come up with something, it's a little harder to try to think it. I just let it come.
Well, this sounds like a book that I think a lot of people will get a lot from. It's called He Still Speaks in Parables and Revelation by Terri Beavers. It's published by Christian Faith Publishing. You can find it everywhere you shop for books, at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, iTunes, traditional brick-and-mortar stores as well. Terri, thanks for coming by the show tonight. I had a nice time chatting.
Yeah, thank you. I did too.